Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So since early 1997, the United States National Bioethics Advisory Commission, NBAC, has been looking into the complex issues that surround the controversial subject of cloning of human organs. The NBAC reached a conclusion in 1997 when it reported to former President Clinton that a moratorium be placed on human cloning. The moratorium, which is supported by the American Medical Association, suggests that no federal funds be allocated for human cloning. The affirmative side supports that government-funded institutions should be allowed the use of funds for the cloning of human organs. My first claim is that the cloning of human organs is medically beneficial and has the capability of sparking advances in disease treatment and regeneration. Last year, after talking about the American Medical Association, the Bioethics Committee found that cloning human cells was potentially beneficial medically, and it might spark advances in cancer treatment, cystic fibrosis, diabetes, immune function, and tissue repair and regeneration. But the moratorium being held on cloning is hurting that. Also, embryonic stem cells can be grown to produce viable tissues or organs to replace the damaged ones. So skin for burn victims, brain cells for the brain damaged, spinal cord cells for quadriplegics and paraplegics, hearts, lungs, kidneys, livers could all be produced by combining this technology with existing human cloning technology. Conditions such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, diabetes and heart failure, and degenerative joint disease could also be cured by the cloning of human organs. Also, bone marrow for leukemia patients. My next claim is that cloning of human organs could be a solution to infertility and guaranteeing the health of the new child. Despite getting a fair amount of publicity recently, the treatments for infertility in terms of percentages are not very successful. One estimate is that the current infertility rate treatments are less than 10% successful. My third statement is that cloning will eliminate the shortage of human organs and ultimately extend life expectancy. Not only will these organs be used for insurance purposes, like the freezing of a split embryo in case something happens to the first one, or a source of tissue or replacement for the first. Also, organ transplants are difficult undertakings for two major reasons. First, you have to find a donor. And second, there's no guarantee that your body will accept this organ. Statistically, organ demand far outweighs the current supply. According to the Organ Procurement and Transplantation Network, 28,356 Americans received organ transplants in 2007. Around 78% of those came from deceased people. Yet, as of August 2008, more than 99,000 people in the U.S. alone were waiting on the National Transplant Organ List. The policies that President Clinton set into place in 1997 are preventing the development of a solution to the lack of viable human organs, and it halts the development of new technologies. Since 1997, the gradual improvements of cloning technologies have enabled researchers to generate mice, cattle, goats, pigs, sheep, rabbits, cats, mules, and even your own dog. While there have been no evidence for the cloning of humans, actually in 1997, South Korean researchers were generating stem cells from cloned human embryos already. A problem with the normal process of embryogenesis, which is the development of a sperm and egg, could take months to years, whereas with cloning, it could take hours to days. could be, cloning technology also potentially may be used to create a person with tissues immunologically matched to an existing individual. And a cloned person would be born with the assurance of tissue compatibility and perhaps with the expectation of tissue donation. Previous experiences with cloning have resulted in the successful production of new individuals. In 2007, scientists successfully cloned monkey embryos for the purpose of removing stem cells. This was the closest we had ever come to the same procedure in humans, but removing the stem cells effectively destroys the embryo. Animal cloning from adult cells has been around since 1997, when the first animal, Dolly the sheep, was cloned. Also, cloning could bring back extinct animals. So animals who go onto the endangered species list or have suffered extinction could be brought back by the use of cloning technologies.